Yeah, this is my mate that is handmade, and it has a two-banded plover, which is my favorite bird in the world. And the design.
Say that again. What kind of bird?
Two-banded plover. It has two bands here.
Let's have a close-up.
Sorry, wait. There. Oh, that's right.
Closer to the camera.
Like this?
Yeah, let's see that bird. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so, and the design of the mate is called fileteado porteño.
Yeah.
That is part of the art patrimony of
Don't block your face.
See? Ah, okay. And like there?
Yeah.
All right. It has normally a symbol in the middle that represents the person, and then some Corinthian leaves on the side, some written, like normally the brand of your company or your name.
And what does that say?
This is a nickname of this bird, and at the bottom it has a flower. I don't know if you can see it. Ouch! I knew I should have. And here the color of Argentina, the color of the Argentinian flag. And this is called, this art style was used on buses. Signs. Now they use it for decoration of the mates and different things. It's called fileteado porteño.
And you were telling us that the selection of a mate cup is kind of like buying a car.
Buying a car is not that important. Buying a mate is way more important. When you look at the mate, it's like, oh yes, no, and then you hold it in your hand, you look at it, and then you kind of like, no, you have this energy. And it's transmitted from the mate to you, and then you say, oh yeah, this is the one. And then you go to another store in another country or in another city, and you see another one. So it's like you start collecting mates, it's like collecting cars. You know, you have more than probably 1 or 5 or 10, depending on the household. So at my house, we have about 7 mates that we drink depending who we are with. Like with Andrea, we drink on a smaller mate that is only for us, but then we have another one larger in case we have some guests. And this is my traveling mate. So
Okay, when you have guests, does everybody drink out of the same straw?
we do, especially now after COVID. During COVID, everybody had their own individual mate, so it was very hard for us. But
So why is it that you drink out of the same straw?
because the original natives who invented, or not invented, but drank mate, they did it from the same cup. They put all the leaves in a little pumpkin and they drank. And then the missionaries saw that. They wanted to be converted into Catholicism, and they thought that would be an analogy, that the sharing with communion.
Oh, I see.
What the Jesuits thought of was the invention of the straw, of the bombilla. Otherwise, it's kind of like difficult to filter with your own teeth. And the communal part stayed. So basically, you pour the water here, and then you pass it.
So it's a little bit like syncretism.
See, or like sharing. I know some other native groups, they share, like they smoke something and they pass it around.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Or in some Christian religions, they share the wine, like
Yes,
from
the
cup.
common cup.
Those are the analogies I can think of now. But this one, now that COVID is like over, we went back to put in the water, I drink, put more water, and then I pass it to the next person, back to me, next person goes around. So they say that it's also good for the immune system because it
Everybody
exactly,
shares.
Exactly, but it's like, you know, when kids, they used to go outside and play in the mud and eat the worms and like whatever, or be barefooted, you know, and they didn't get ill. Now, because they're like little bubbles, plastic, they go outside, they get ill, and they need pills and things. So, and the average Argentinian or Chilean has the same amount of colds that any other European country, or like the US, maybe 1 per year or something. We're not dropping dead like Of course, if you know that you're with something, you pass.
Yeah, right.
Like certainly you have something, say, oh,
Yeah, right.
gracias, you kiss the mate,
Yeah.
you pass it to the next person.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, well, thanks.
You're very welcome.